video, you're going to be finding the area of triangles. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 the product of the base and its height. So what that means, you'll see this in a lot if you look at tutorials or videos on area of a triangle. They'll go over this formula, and it just says it's 1/2 times base times height. Now the problem with that is you haven't learned how to multiply fractions yet. So this same thing can be rewritten, the same formula can be rewritten, area equals base times height divided by 2. Means the same thing. Multiplying by 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. So whenever you use the formula, you'll want to know that area equals base times height divided by 2, but that you might see it listed this way. But in using it, you'll want to use this one. So this shows, and there's going to be another video that you're going to watch that's going to show you the proof behind why this is divided by 2. But in this picture, you would consider the base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. And you would consider the height 1, 2, 3, 4 units. And that equals 24. But you can't forget you have to divide 24 by 2. So the actual amount of square units is 12 square units. And if you counted these up, you would see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 portions. And so you can prove that that's the case. So let's try a couple of these. The most important thing to do is to write down your formula of a triangle equals base times height divided by 2. And why is that so important? That's so important because if you don't remind yourself to divide by 2, you'll just find the base times the height, which is not the formula for a triangle. So, and would not be correct. So the area equals, substitute in, my base is 20, my height is 9, and I'm dividing that by 2. So area equals 180 divided by 2. So area equals 90 meters squared because it's area, the units are squared. Don't forget to put your units in. So again, I substituted in 20 for the base, 9 for the height, multiplied to 180, divide by 2, and I get 90 meters squared. Let's look at this one. So I've got area equals base times height divided by 2. Now this one has a weird thing going on over here that shows that it's perpendicular to the base and that this is the height. So area equals 9 times 6 divided by 2. Area equals 54 divided by 2. So 54 divided by 2 is 27. So area equals 27 and it's feet squared. So don't forget, you're just multiplying these together, but you have to do that divide by 2, or you'll predict an area that's too big. So now it's your turn. Go ahead and pause the video, work these two problems, remember to divide by 2, and come back and check your answers. So check your answers. Make sure that you got 20 centimeters squared and that you included your units. If you got 40, remember you have to divide by 2. And this is 21 inches squared is the area of this triangle. And what kind of triangle is this by its angles? Well, this would be your clue. It's a right triangle. And look at this triangle, and what kind of triangle do you think that would be? To me, it looks like an isosceles, but I would mean those sides are a problem, and this is how you're going to have to know how to do this. The front of a camping tent has an area of 7.5 feet squared. So we've got a tent. Here's the picture, but I'm going to draw one. If the height is 3 feet, so 3 feet, what does the base measure? So I need to know the base, and this area part is 7.5. Well, let's write the formula and put in what I know. So 7.5 equals 3 times the height. Well, here's the problem, and divided by 2. So if I divide by 2, I have to multiply this by 2, or add this 2 times. So this would be 15, and just get that you have to double this area, and then you get 3 times the height. And so you have to say 3 times what number equals 15. So the height equals 5. And put that in to make sure it makes sense. 5 times 3 is 15, divided by 2 would be 7.5. That's the area. Find the area of the figure. Well, this is a little different. This is one of those complex figures. It's got more than what's there. Well, to do this, you could find the area of this triangle and find the area of this triangle and add them together. So, the area of this triangle would be base times height divided by 2. So area equals 3 times 2 divided by 2. So area equals 6 divided by 2, which is 3 meters squared. Well, since these are exactly the same, I can just say this is 3 meters squared, then this is 3 meters squared. So the area of the whole figure would be 6 meters squared. Find the area of the shaded part of each figure. Find the area of the unshaded part of each figure, the unshaded part. So I need to find out the area of the whole thing and subtract this out. So the area of this rectangle is area equals base times height. Area equals 10 times 12. So area equals 120 inches squared. Now the area of the triangle that I need to pull out is area equals base times height divided by 2. Area equals 7 times 4 divided by 2. Area equals 28 divided by 2 is 14. So to figure out, to pull this out and figure out what this space is 120 minus 14. So it's 106. 106, and my units are inches squared. So now that you have this example, I want you to find the area of the unshaded portion of this one. Now the thing that you have to know is you're going to need the base, either this side of the triangle or the height here of the triangle. So if this whole thing is 12 and this is 3, then this is 9 miles. And if this whole thing is 9 and this is 4, this is 5 miles. So find out the area of the whole rectangle and subtract out the area of the triangle. Okay, so this is the area of the rectangle is length times width. So it's 12 times 9. So it equals 108 miles squared. The area of the triangle is base times height divided by 2. So 9 times 5 divided by 2, which is 45 divided by 2, which is 22 and a half, or 22.5. And then you bring that over and you have to add a 0 in here to the 108, and you subtract and you get 85 and 5 tenths. 85 and 5 tenths miles squared. Mine have thrown you off a little bit, ending in an odd number, but know that whenever you do, it's going to be a half. So here's your homework check. The first question is simply find the area. The second is like the tent example, and you'll need to double the area and then divide by 4, and that'll tell you how tall the cracker is. And then find the area of this complex shape. You'll want to find the area of the square and find the area of the triangle and add them together.